My name is Austin Adkinson. I'm a queer clergy person in the Pacific Northwest Conference. My whole life I have been a fierce advocate for queer rights. But for all of my professional ministry until just a few weeks ago, I've been married to a woman, and so many people have just assumed that I'm a slightly swishy metrosexual ally. And that was valid ministry, because I was not a self-avowed practicing homosexual. And so one day before I was divorced, my ministry was valid and unquestioned. And then after my divorce as a queer individual, my ministry, according to the Book of Discipline, is questionable in some people's eyes, and perhaps against the rules. But I'm not even in a relationship right now, so it is what it is. And I could be quiet, I could be silent, and that would be safe. But it's past time for being safe. God's children need to know that they're loved. God's children need to know that there are people in the church who love and care for them. They need to see examples that look like them. I'm queer. My marriage didn't end because of my queerness. Gender is a spectrum, and you know what? I date all along the gender spectrum. I don't know who I might end up in my next long-term relationship with, or if I'm going to find that person. But I have the opportunity to show people my faith, not in spite of my queerness, but because it's part of what makes me who I am. The fullness of the gifts that God have given me are best shown when I can be entirely myself. And so I felt called out when I heard that we were going to take a stand alongside other clergy who had greater risk for having their credentials taken away in conferences that aren't as open and welcoming as the Pacific Northwest Conference where I am. This is just another way of being in solidarity, of fighting for the rights that we should have had a long time. It's long past time. It's time for the United Methodist Church to change. I'm hopeful for who we can be and what kind of witness we can provide to the world when we stop worrying about people's sexuality and actually start talking about the things that matter, that help bring the kingdom of God on earth as it is in heaven. Let's get down to business, church. We've got better things to do than to worry about who's dating whom. This is a troubled world. There's a lot of pain in it. And the church is causing some of that pain in this, and it's time to end it, and it's time to look outward. It's time to look to be the example of God's love that we're called to be. It's time to be the church.